And good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Um, Man, God put this on my heart to try to talk to some people about not being controlled by fear. We have so many people right now that are so afraid of everything. They're afraid of everything. And that's all fear is designed to do, is to control you. Because when you're afraid, you don't want to take a chance. You don't want to take a risk. You don't want to step out on your faith when you are afraid. And this is causing you not to develop, not to trust your intuition when you start embracing fear. And that's what's got us divided, is fear. Man, I'm surprised ain't one person that came up in here. Isn't that interesting? Now, if I had someone here by Trump, boy, I'd have 20, 30 people up in here already. Okay? But now I'm talking about fear, not being controlled by fear. And this is what the system is doing to us. Got us afraid of each other, where we don't want to trust each other. We don't want to talk to each other. We don't want to uplift each other. But we all paying the same high prices for food, gas, and medicine. But we can't talk to one another because we are afraid. Voice of freedom. You don't hate others, you just hate yourself. That's a sad commentary. That is a very sad commentary, man, for you to say you hate yourself. And if you hate yourself, you can only hate others, because you ain't gonna see no good in nobody else. Because you don't see no good in yourself. So how can you see good in them? Well, we all can be our own worst enemy. You're not in the boat by yourself. You think you're the only one that feel that way? Come on, man. Come on. You're not the only one. All right? BR 549. That's the biggest lie you ever told from the pit of hell. I've never hated anyone. That's the biggest lie from the pit of hell. We all got hate in us. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. We all got hate in us. Whether you exercise it or not, it's there. You might hate ketchup. Or onions. Or yeah, there's something we all hate. Okay? And we all have an element of hate in us. I mean, that's just the way it is. Well, no, that's not true. There are some things that you hate. You ever been mad at your significant other? You ever broke up with somebody? Didn't you hate that experience? Oh no, I just did like, no, you hated that experience. Okay? Let me look at this person. Let me look at this here. Because this is probably a fake anyway. Somebody, let me look at you. Let me look at you. Let me see who you are. Let me see who you are. Married 53 years. Hold on. Let me go to your channel. Now, wait, okay. if you've been married, you joined in 2020. If you've been married 53 years, why you got a young girl as your profile pic? Oh, 43. Well, why you got a young girl as your profile picture? If you've been married 40, shit, this look like it'd be your great granddaughter. See, this what I'm talking about. Oh, you're trolling. Oh, okay, all right. Well, no problem. Since you've been around since 2020, I'll let you stay on. I'll let you stay on. But if you just created this profile in 2024, I kick you out of here. But you've been around for a minute, so okay. Well, I don't even trust that. Now that I know that I done had a little interaction with you, see, this is what I'm saying. See, a lot of us even get on social media, and we are afraid to come as who we are on social media. A lot of us, a lot of people are afraid of themselves. Okay? A lot of people are afraid of themselves. They don't trust their confidence enough to be themselves. That's why they try so hard to be someone else, because of fear of rejection. That if they come as who they are, they would be rejected. And this is how we are letting fear control us, instead of us controlling fear. See, most people are being manipulated with fear. Fear of the immigrants, fear of white people, fear of black people, fear of Asian people. Look at how many people that are being controlled by fear. And I see it every day. I have to tell people constantly. I have some people that sometimes I'm good at guessing where people are from. I mean, sometimes God just, give me the right guess. And then there are other times I ask people, hey, where you from? And they'll walk by me like I don't even exist, and I'm on a microphone. Walk by me and I said, listen, man, I'm sitting in front of the police. You don't have to be afraid of me. Okay? All right? I'm sitting in front of the police. Do you think that if I was some kind of threat, that Secret Service would let me sit here day in and day out for 4 years, right in front of them, if I was some kind of a threat? No. But some people are just afraid. I mean, just totally afraid, especially families with little kids. See, this is what I try to tell people. When I first came to D.C., you could drive down Pennsylvania Avenue, jump out, take a picture, and keep it moving. But Oklahoma City bombing, it's when they changed that. That's when they closed off Pennsylvania Avenue and made it a plaza. And I tell folk that bring kids, I say, when your kids get your age, they might not have access to this. They might not be able to get this close. See, there's nowhere else in the world that you can sit outside of where the president lives of that country and play music and protest and do it. There's nowhere else in the world that will allow that. And so consequently, people take it for granted that it's always going to happen, and it might not. Okay, it might not. Man, stop letting fear control you. Stop being afraid. Okay, because when you're afraid, then you don't want to make a mistake. And when you don't want to make a mistake, you don't want to learn. Let me say that again. Stop letting fear control you. Because when you let fear control you, you don't want to make a mistake. And when you don't want to make a mistake, you don't want to learn. Because that's where, Joey, thank you for joining me. That's what you're going to learn from, is your mistakes. And unfortunately, most folk are afraid of what people are going to say, how they're going to be talked about. So they would rather play it safe than make a mistake. And this is the problem you have with and when you do that, man, you're only hurting yourself. Because if you are afraid to make a mistake, you ain't gonna grow. Let me say that again. See, when you are afraid to make a mistake, you ain't gonna grow. You ain't gonna learn nothing. You're gonna become stagnant when you are afraid to make a mistake. Because that's what you learn from your mistakes, if you're not a fool. let me throw that little comment. You have to live a sheltered life or you will lose what you have. This is what Joey said. You have to live a sheltered life or you'll lose what you have. Really? Joey? Let me look at you. Let me look at you, Joey. Let me look at you. Go to your channel. You got 7 subscribers, Joey. Oh, you joined in 2015. Okay, so you saved. All right? But you see, that's what I'm talking about. And if you're living a sheltered life, how you gonna grow, Joey? If you're living a sheltered life, how you gonna grow? How you gonna grow? How you gonna meet people, Joey? If you're living a sheltered life, because a sheltered life is gonna isolate you. You ain't gonna have no friends living no sheltered life, Joey. You're a loner. You're all by yourself. And this is what I'm talking about. And there are millions of people that feel just the same way, that if you don't live a sheltered life, you'll lose what you have. Okay? There a lot of people feel that way. And they stuck in a rut. Life is miserable. They ain't happy with themselves. But they're afraid to try something different. They're afraid to do something different. And this is what I'm trying to tell you, man, stop letting fear dictate how you hear people say they lost everything because of the company. And see, you can't blame that on fear. You blame that on ignorance. Because I'm sure if you in the presence of some bad company, you got an intuition something ain't right. And you didn't pay attention to your intuition. You didn't pay attention to the signs that you saw. Because you were afraid of losing that person. So you held on to them when you saw all kinds of signs that this wasn't a good fit. But you didn't want to accept that. Okay? You didn't want to accept that. So you going to think you can beat the odds, and you didn't, and the odds got you. So you can't blame that. You blame that on fear, because you're the one that didn't want to let go. Cause you can see the reaction. You know, man, if you around somebody and every time you see them, they doing a line of cocaine, why are you hanging around that person? Are they stealing or cheating people? Why are you hanging around them? Why? When you see that ain't the lifestyle that you live. But because you of your insecurity, that you might not find any more friends, might not find anybody that want to hang out with you, you put up with that crap because you don't believe in yourself. And see, and that's what fear is going to do. Fear is going to stop you from believing in yourself. Because it's always going, fear is designed to make you insecure. Let me say that again. See, fear is designed to make you feel insecure. So if you know fear is designed to make you feel insecure, why are you holding on to it? Why you want to be associated with it? When you know ain't no good gonna come out of fear. Ain't no good gonna come out of that. Now there are some things you should be afraid of. Like touching the third rail, because you know what's gonna happen to your butt if you do. Okay, there are some things you should be, that if you jump off a cliff with no parachute, okay, then the fear of death, you know you gonna die. See, there are some things, but I'm talking about on everyday life, man, you making decisions out of fear. And see, and that's what a lot of people try to get you to do. Now, gut instinct and fear aren't hand in hand. No, they aren't. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not hand in hand. When you don't want to follow your gut instincts, man, you just don't have any confidence. That's what that is. You lack confidence. When your gut is telling you to do something and you don't want to follow it, you lack confidence in yourself. That's what that ain't got nothing to do with fear. Okay? Nothing whatsoever. Well, we listen. Again, no matter how good of a judge of character you are, you still somebody gonna slip through the cracks. And you learn from that experience. That's how you learn. How you think you got to be a good judge of character? By trusting your instincts. And when your instincts was off, you learn from it. It's just that simple. If people are burnt in relationship, women jobs, etc., do they still ignore fear? Well, see, again, man, when you talk about being burnt in a relationship, see what didn't go wrong right for you, you learn something from it. You learn what not to do. See, you know, I dated this girl, and she used to always tell me, Don, you have to teach people how to treat you. And it didn't work on her. It didn't work. But that's the woman that taught me how to love my wife. She taught me how to love my wife. Okay? That's who that very woman that, you know, I was in love with, that wasn't in love with me, is the one that showed me where the love was in my heart, what it felt like. Okay, that's what I learned. Yeah, I was hurt that the relationship didn't work, but she helped me discover, okay, where the love was in my heart. So when I met my wife, now I'm familiar with that love. I know where it is. I know what it feels like because I've been there before. Okay, I've been there before. So now, it ain't hard for me to recognize. See, the only thing I had to do was recognize what kind of woman I had in front of me. Was she worthy of that love? See, a lot of us want to do stuff blindly and, and and blame it on the circumstance instead of blaming it on our misfortune. Man, let me turn this heat off. Hold on. Man, it's cold in DC, boy. It's cold. I ain't lying. Matter of fact, let me see what the temperature is. It's gonna be cold tomorrow down at the White House. Let me see what the temperature is. 30 degrees in Washington, D.C. right now. All right, see you later. Thank you for joining me. Um, but man, stop letting fear control you. Stop letting fear influence you. Stop letting fear guide you in your decisions. You see, because a lot of people want you to make a decision out of fear. Oh, well, if this happens, this is what you need to be doing. They're using fear to manipulate your decision. And I'm telling you, stop making decisions out of fear. Stop it, man. Because it's only going to turn out worse for you when you start making decisions out of fear. And so many people right now in not only America, but the world are controlled by fear. That's what I'm saying. Don't be afraid to try, Joey. Don't be afraid. What have you got to lose? Think about it, man. What do you have to lose? You know, I'm gonna use myself as an example. Okay, my grandson, I noticed is pretty good at making videos. He's a musician, but man, he loved to make videos. So I said, listen, I got this idea. Make Dubai make your next destination Dubai. Okay? I need you to make me a video. I sent him some pictures, and the pictures I sent him had the writing on it. And I saw that he was trying to use some pictures that didn't have make your next destination Dubai on it. And finally, when I saw what he was trying to do, I said, okay, all of the pictures that you have in the video with make your next destination Dubai in it, take it out. Okay, take them out. And you got it at the end. And he said, well, Granddad, I think you need to add your voice in the end as well. Okay, to personalize it, send me a recording of make your next destination Dubai. And I will add it to the video. Okay, so I've gotten their attention one time on social media, so I tried it again, and they responded. They sent me a DM message in my mailbox and said, for all of your ideas, please send it to this email, and they will be able to help you further. So when I emailed back, responded back, and they said, well, since you're trying to do that, here's another email. Okay, if you're trying to, get your company involved, here's another email for you to send your idea to. Okay, so I said, cool. Now most folk would say, oh, that ain't gonna work. Dubai. They got all kind of money, this and that. No, I don't care. I got your attention. So what am I gonna lose by sending make your next destination Dubai to them? What am I gonna lose? If they say no, it ain't gonna change my life. It ain't gonna make me worse off than what I am. But if they say yes, my life has changed. Okay? Because even no matter what positive response I get from them, oh, the first thing I'm gonna do is write up me a press release and send it out. I sent an idea into Dubai, and this was their response. And send it out and post it all over social media. You think ain't nobody gonna want that story? You think no? And then and how can they tell the story and not talk about the video? And if they talk about the video, look at the free press Dubai is getting. They ain't paying for this. See, if I'm on radio, people gonna be listening to the video. If I'm on television, they're gonna get a chance to see the video because this is what worked. Look at the free press that they're getting. They ain't paying for this, and they're getting free press. And I told them, any kind of positive response, you gonna benefit from it, as well as me. Because now, one of my ideas has been validated. Okay? And then, and if you talk about, oh, you're the guy with the stop hating each other because you disagree sign. Look how that ties in. See, when you doing, you don't know what's gonna trigger your ideas. You don't know where it is. That's why you can't be afraid to try. Okay? Well, Joey said, I think what frightens people is losing their money and security. That's why they don't want to make a move. Well, the Bible says a good man can fall 7 times and get back up. If you're a good person, what are you going to lose? When the Bible says you can fall 7 times and get back up. You ain't going to lose nothing. And see, and once again, there's the fear. There is the fear that's keeping you in bondage because you don't want to. And see, an ideas. How many times you done had an idea and procrastinated, and then it went to somebody else, and you saw somebody else. You said, "Man, I had that idea." You did because it came to you first, but you didn't want to embrace it. See, again, fear is going to stop you from wanting to grow. How you think you're going to learn? Man, even if something don't work, look at the knowledge that you have gained of how to manifest it. Look at the connections that you have gained. And it didn't work, but look at the connection. Well, see, and that's fine, Joy. If you want to be in your comfort zone, then you can't complain about how life is doing with you because you're afraid to try. So how you gonna sit down and complain about not getting an opportunity when you're scared? And right now we got so many people that are afraid and will turn around and say they don't ever get an opportunity. See, because they want an opportunity with a safety net. See, they don't want to be able to make a mistake and take a fall. See, they don't want to come up with an idea and make a I remember right before my wife got ready to go back to the Philippines, she's always tell me, I had my DC Black History tours. And she'd say, honey, why don't you give them tours up? They ain't working. Give them up. And I said, no, I ain't giving up this idea. I'm not giving it up. I'm not giving this idea. I'm sticking with this idea. Come hell, high water, no water at all. I'm sticking with this idea. Okay? And you can go to dcblacktours.com right now. That's my website. That's my website. You know, and I just switched servers because the girl that actually built my website, I was trying to be a faithful customer, knowing that, you know, I could get better deals other place, but hey man, you know, I'm gonna be loyal to you. And it always came up with something that my SSL certificate would expire. And when my SSL certificate expired, and you Google dcblacktours.com, a warning would come up. You know, this website is impersonating Capital Buddy Tours to try to steal your information. You know, so finally I just said, you know what? I'm gonna have to find me another host company. And what she was charging me for a year, I went to another company and got 3 years. Okay? I got 3 years with my SSL certificate. So, you know, from now to 2027, I ain't got to worry about that. Okay? And London. Thank you, Joy. And is this Joy damn, Joey, were you on Periscope? Is this the same Joey that was on Periscope? I'm wondering. No, that ain't you. No, I looked at your thing. No, that's not you. And I had a Joey on Periscope. That Joey. Okay, Joey. Well, Joey, man, stop being afraid. Stop being afraid. You can only learn from your mistakes. Okay? It's a different joy. It is. It's a different joy. It's a different joy. You know, you learn from your mistakes, man. Stop being afraid to make a mistake. Okay? That's how you're gonna learn. That's how you're gonna grow. Learning from your mistakes. And if you never make any, you'll never do anything because you'll always be afraid. And unfortunately, that's what the majority of the world is afraid to make a mistake. They're afraid to try. And as a result, look at what they get. You know, they never manifest anything. See, they never manifest. And see, and right now, you should have a bunch of ideas that you have manifested that's just waiting to go. That, you know, they say when that statement, a rising tide raise all ships. Man, you should have some ideas right now that when that money come in, it's ready to go. It's ready to go. It's ready. But if you never want to step out on your faith and believe in yourself, okay, I got a dinnerware line that I've created. Well, so again, why are you afraid, Joey? That's the $1 million question that you got to answer. Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid, Joey? That's the question you're gonna have to answer. Why is it that fear got you scared to step out? And see, and God can't work with fear. God can only work with faith. And you got a lot of people that are afraid and thinking they got faith and they walking in fear. What can God do with that when you scared? Nothing. Because you have to believe. You have to have the confidence that it's going to always work out for you, even when you don't know how. You got to believe, man, this is going to work out in my favor. But if you don't, uh, so how is being prepared working out for you, Joy? How's that working out for you? It still got you in the same position that you've always been, Joy. Ain't nothing changed. It still got you in the same boat. Nothing has changed. Cause see, again, when you trying to prepare for, you don't know what the future holds for you. You don't know. How you gonna prepare for something that you don't know what's there? And maybe that very idea that you are afraid of could be your answer. That very person that you could be afraid of could be your answer. But you don't want to give it a chance. And see, and when you're afraid of something, you ain't willing to give nothing a chance. Because as you say, you being prepared. But you won't give it a chance. And then when you do step out there, you're stepping out in fear, and it goes wrong, and all it's going to do is, see, I knew I shouldn't have done that. You ain't looking at what you learned. All you looking at is the results. See, when you try an idea, man, and it don't work, look at what you learn. Stop worrying about what people gonna say and what they gonna think. Those people that are talking about you ain't gonna support you no way. Okay? They wasn't gonna support you no way. So why are you so worried about what they think and what they say? Because they ain't gonna support you. If they were, then they would do different. So don't worry about that, y'all. Hold on a second. Don't worry about that, man. All right? Man, turn this heat off, man. My feet getting cold. So let me put some socks on. I gotta put some socks on, boy, cause it's cold in DC, man. I don't know where y'all at, but it's cold here. That's no joke. It's cold, man. It's cold. So I gotta put some socks on my feet so they don't get cold. Now, so that's all I'm saying, man. And see here again. You know, when you got some foolishness, everybody want to get in on that. But when you start talking about stop being afraid, stop letting fear control you, what? I ain't had over 5 people in this room, maybe 7. See, don't nobody want to talk about that because now you got to be accountable. See, when you start talking about don't be afraid, now you're talking about accountability. Now you're talking about being responsible. And see, and that's what most folk don't want to be accountable or responsible because it's easy to blame something or someone else for your failures. You ain't trying to see where you went wrong, what you did wrong. See, because it's easy to put the blame on somebody else when it don't work. Okay? It's easy to blame somebody else. And what are you getting out of that? What are you learning from that, blaming other people for something that didn't work? Instead of trying to find another combination. You know that story about the Jesus met his disciples, and they say, Master, we've been fishing all night and haven't caught a thing. And Jesus said, cast your net on the other side of the boat. And they caught so many fish, man, that the boat started to sink. See, if you trying one thing, and here's a good example. When I was doing Saturday in Proverbs, I was doing it from the New King James Version of the Bible. And last week, I woke up and God said, I want you to go back and do Saturday in Proverbs again. But this time, I want you to do it from the Message Bible. And that's the first time I've gotten over 30, I got about 33,000 views doing that, doing the Saturday in Proverbs. So I did it this morning again, and I got over 6,000 views. Okay, whereas before I was lucky if I got 10 or 15 views. Okay, and I just said, Lord, ain't nobody interested in this, so I'm gonna stop doing this. But then I had to get over my fear of being rejected. Jamie, happy Saturday to you. How you doing, Jamie? Oh, your boy Mustang Medic blocked me on Twitter. Mustang Medic, because I checked him about kissing Elon Musk's ass. He blocked me, Jamie, on X. So, and he's talking about he's gonna come to DC to the inauguration. I sure hope he don't come near me, because I'm gonna put him on blast. I'm gonna put his ass on blast. Wait a minute, you blocked me and now you gonna come down here? Yeah, he did. I ain't lying. He blocked me. He blocked me. He blocked me. He sure blocked me. Matter of fact, let me show you, so you won't think I'm lying. He blocked me on X, boy. I was like, what? Because I checked him. I checked him. I did. I had to check him. Look, here you go. Here you go. Let me show you. Let me show you. There it is right there. There it is right there. He blocked me. He sure blocked me. And well, I mean, that's when you start feeling yourself, that's how it is. You know, but it's all good, because I'm still here. And he's gonna come here. So I hope he don't come around me. Don't come around me, buddy, because I'm gonna put you on blast. I ain't lying. I'm putting your ass on blast. All right? Yeah, you block me. Okay, I'm gonna put you on blast. But once again, but no, man, just stop being afraid. When an idea come to you, embrace it. See, that's how you gonna learn that inner voice of yours. By when an idea come to you, embrace it. Because if it's meant for you, it's gonna work out. David said, what do you think about Biden's last second bombing on Russia? My Thanksgiving was fine, Jamie. Quiet. It was a good day. Quiet day. Quiet. I haven't, man, Saturday, I don't follow. I do a lot that's my day of rest. Some of the best sleep I can get is on a Saturday. And usually Saturdays I spend a lot of time in the bed resting. So I'm not up on the second bombing, and you know I read about it, but January 20th can't get here fast enough. I'm telling you, it needs to play for us. Oh, maybe for Christmas. Well, you know what? I'm gonna ask him, because he's going to. Now I don't hope Trump fails, man. I hope Trump succeed. Because if he fails, we all gonna suffer. Okay? If he fails, we all gonna suffer. It's just that simple. I don't wish no bad on the man. I hope he do succeed. Because if he succeed, shit, then that's gonna take some of the pressure off the people. If he don't succeed, everybody gonna suffer. It's just that simple. Okay? If he don't succeed, everybody is gonna suffer. So the only thing the people have spoken. So man, wish him the best. I wish him the best. I want him to succeed. You know, that's why I'm working so hard. Basketball fan. That's why I'm working so hard, man, trying to get me one of my ideas to be a rags to riches story. So I can get off the bottom of the barrel, and now I got some money so that regardless of what you do, it ain't gonna have that much of an impact on me or my family, because we're gonna be taken care of. See, this is one of the reasons you need to be trying to manifest an idea, and see, this is what I learned from the Mike Tyson fight. Okay, the world is hungry for a feel-good story. That's what I got from the Mike Tyson fight. The world is hungry for a feel-good story. How come you don't try to be a feel-good story? Why you ain't trying to produce a feel-good story? It could happen to you. Why you ain't trying to develop one? And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to develop a feel-good story. Well, again, it's not so much Jamie of who he is, but it's the people that are around him. See, because he's only one person, and he can't do everything by himself. Habibi, come to Dubai. That's right. That's right, boy. That idea is up in there, man. That idea is up in there with Dubai. It's up in there. That idea is, and I just wrote my story out. I just wrote my story out and told them just like it is. Okay? And why that embracing this would be a positive for them. Okay? All right? But you got see again. The same voice that told me truth conductor, the same voice that told me stop hating each other because you disagree, also told me, Habibi, make Dubai your next destination. Now it just so happened I had ran across that song. I play that song a lot in front of the White House. Come to Dubai. I play a lot in front of the White House. So when I told my grandson, I said, I'm gonna send you this song. I want you to make me a video. Okay? Make your next destination Dubai. And let me see. Hold on. I can't play the video, but I can play the recording. Listen, this is I did about 3-4 takes on this until I found the one that I like. Oh, he going. I gotta hook him up. Dubai. Now wait a minute. Let me start this over. See, he said, Granddaddy, you should put that in at the end of the video. Make your next destination Dubai. And I said, okay. Make your next destination Dubai. There it is. That's the video. I sent him that recording and he put it into the video at the end. Okay? And that's my radio voice. that right there is my radio voice, boy. I'm telling you, man, I'm coming into a voice, because even at the White House, people come up and say, man, I love your voice. I love your voice. So I'm really just coming into my voice. But when he said send, make your next destination Dubai. That's it. And I was in my room, man, and if a kid was over me, man, just running, going crazy over me. And rather than go to the front desk and complain, I said, man, let me go sit in my car. Just go sit down, so at least I can get some peace and quiet. Sit in my car. And I'm sitting in my car, and that idea, make your next destination Dubai. I said, well, that's got a ring to it. That's got a ring to it. So I start printing it up. Okay. And now, and when my grandson see, if I play the video, I'm going to get a copyright strike. I know that, because I had to delete a video alive because I played the song and they gave me a copyright strike. So I'm not going to play the song, but I can play my own voice. Okay? And matter of fact, it's on YouTube. Go look at it. Go look at it. I got it on YouTube. I put it up there. Make your next destination Dubai. And again, if I was scared to pursue that idea, who knows what I could have missed. And that's all I'm telling you is, man, don't stop being scared. Stop being controlled by your fears, because that is designed to keep you stagnant. Fear is designed to keep you stagnant and afraid. See, you can't step out on your faith when you are afraid. Let me say that again. See, you can't step out on your faith when you are afraid. Okay? Because faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And because most folk don't get answers to their prayers because they pray amiss. See, they pray selfishly. It's all about them that their prayers don't get answered. Okay? But stop, man. Stop letting fear control you. What have you got to lose that you couldn't get back? Think about it. What is it that you can lose that, and I'm not talking, see, and God gonna protect you, put a hedge of protection around you. That's just like, see, a lot of people don't realize, let me read this story to you. So that you can see what I'm talking about. Amen. So you can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right. This is Job, chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. See, Satan was kicked out of heaven. Satan had a relationship with God. Satan knows the Bible, but Satan ain't gonna never quote the Bible correctly. Gonna always misquote. It'll have an element of truth. Listen, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. And the Lord said to Satan, "From where do you come?" So Satan answered the Lord and said, "From going to and fro on the earth, and from walking back and forth on it." Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job, that there is none like him on the earth, a blameless and upright man, one who fears God and shuns evil?" Okay? So Satan answered the Lord and said, "Does Job fear God for nothing? Have you not made a hedge around him, around his household, around all he has on every side? You have blessed the work of his hands, and his possessions have increased in the land. But now stretch out your hand and touch all that he has, and he will surely curse you to your face." This is the devil talking to God, saying, "Okay, you talking about how great, but see, God ain't doing that for nothing, because you got to hear." So this is what God said. And the Lord said to Satan, "Behold, all that he has is in your power. Only do not lay a hand on his person." Listen. And the Lord said to Satan, "Behold, all that he has is in your power. Only do not lay a hand on his person." So Satan went out from the presence of the Lord. See, a lot of people don't even know that's how. And listen, I want to find out. And then Satan started destroying his kids, destroyed all of his stock, took everything he had. Okay? Everything he had. And he still blessed the Lord. Okay? He did not let that fear overtake him. Um, uh, he attacked his health. Uh, but in the end, let me show you. Let me show you the end. Um, then this is chapter 42. Then Job answered the Lord and said, "I know that you can do everything, and that no purpose of yours can be withheld from you. You ask, who is this who hides counsel without knowledge? Therefore, I have uttered what I did not understand, things too wonderful for me, which I did not know. Listen, please, let me speak. You said, I will question you, and you shall answer me. I have heard of you by the hearing of the ear, but now my eyes see you. Therefore I adore you and repent in dust and ashes." And so it was, after the Lord had spoken these words to Job, that the Lord said to Eliphaz the Termite, "My wrath is arise against you and your two friends. You have not spoken of me what is right, as my servant Job has. Now therefore, take for yourselves 7 bulls and 7 rams. Go to my servant Job and offer up for yourselves a burnt offering, and my Job shall pray for you, for I will accept him. Lest I deal with you accordingly to your folly, because you have not spoken to me what is right, as my servant Job has." Now, this is verse 12. Now the Lord blessed the latter days of Job more than his beginning. For he had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camel, 1,000 yoke of oxen, 1,000 female donkeys. He also had 7 sons and 3 daughters. And he called the name of his First, Jemima, the name of the second. Okay, and afterward, Job lived 140 years and saw his children and grandchildren for 4 generations. See, that's what I'm talking about. When you doing what God wants you to do, you ain't got to worry. You ain't got to step out. You ain't got to be afraid, man. You got to trust and believe. That's what God is looking for you to trust and believe. You can't trust God being scared. Let me say that again. You cannot trust God being scared. You have to walk in a level of confidence, man. You got to, and some people gonna think you crazy because you don't want to be walking in fear. You trust in God. Because they can't see God, they gonna call you crazy because you believing in it and seeing his hand on your life. They see his hand on your life and they still want to make you think you crazy. No, you ain't crazy. You're not afraid. You're not controlled by fear. Because out of all of, even Job's wife tried to get him to turn against God, and he wouldn't. His friends tried to get him to turn on God, and he wouldn't. He would not let fear. I mean, can you imagine, man, you lose everything you got, your children, your livelihood, and then your health gets attacked too, and you still trusting and believing in God, and everything around you done fell apart, and you still believing and trusting in God. And you don't think that's going to make, you ain't going to have moments where you're going to say, Lord, it can't be like this. You know, why am I enduring this? Because you're a testimony. God diggity dog. And see, when you stand up against your fear, you can now become a testimony. You can't become no testimony being afraid. You can't be the light being afraid. You can't do it. It ain't gonna happen. See, and a lot of us don't want to be a testimony. So that to encourage and inspire other people. God didn't put you here just for yourself. You're supposed to be able to reach other folk. How you gonna do that scared? How you gonna be a light scared? How you gonna encourage somebody when you're scared? How are you gonna influence somebody when you're scared? You're scared, but you want to talk about Jesus. For real? But you scared. But you got the nerve to talk about Jesus. Hey, Tanya, how you doing? Not yet, man. I don't have enough. I don't have enough viewing hours. I need 4,000 viewing hours. I'm at like 3,200 or 3,300 hours of viewing. I got the subscribers. I just don't have enough viewing hours to monetize my page yet. But it'll come. It'll come. Let Dubai say, you know what, man, we're gonna give you a honeymoon, you and your wife. Come on to Dubai in with this honeymoon for your idea. Cause I told them my story. Okay? Here's Tanya. Tanya got a cleaning business. You think she wasn't scared to step out there and start doing it? You think she didn't second guess herself? You think for 1 minute? See, and that's what I'm trying to show you. See, once you get used to stepping out and not being afraid, man, you become unstoppable. Let me say that again. See, when you master that fear, that regardless, you gonna step out there and do what you got to do, man, you become unstoppable. See, because you ain't intimidated. And that's all fear is designed to do, is just intimidate you, to keep you in check. That's what fear is designed to do, is intimidate you and keep you in check. So you won't think about trying to dream big. Okay? You don't think about, pursuing your dreams when you scared. That's the last thing you gonna do, is come out and pursue an idea that you have because you're scared. But when you ain't scared and you start, the sky's the limit for you. The sky is the limit. All you got to do is keep trying. And one of these days, one of your ideas gonna work. If you keep trying, one day something gonna work for you. And then when that one idea clicks, all them other ideas that you done already put in the place that can hit the ground running, now you got money that you can go to your other ideas that's already ready to go, that's only needed money. Now you got the money and you can hit the ground running. That's right. You can start manifesting your other ideas that's already ready to go. See, this is why you should never be depressed. When things are not working for you, create. Let me say that again. When life is throwing you all kind of curves and stuff, man, create something. Keep your mind busy so that you don't get depressed and discouraged and disillusioned. Because you see, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. No, all y'all done heard that. When your mind is idle, see, you are reactive. When you got an idle mind, you're a reactive person. Something has to come up on you and you're gonna respond to it. But when you're proactive, you're always out in front of yourself, scanning the horizon, trying to get an idea to work. When you're proactive, you are always out in front of yourself. And see, and that's what most folk are afraid to be proactive. They want to be reactive. But see, when you're reactive, that's too late because it's right up on you. But when you're proactive, see, you out in front of it, you gonna meet it. It ain't gonna meet you. When you proactive, you out in front of yourself. You see stuff coming. When you proactive, and that's all I'm saying, man, instead of being scared and reactive, why don't you develop a proactive mindset and get out in front of yourself and start trying to come up with some ideas? See, instead of being upset about Trump winning the presidency, why don't you think of some proactive ideas that'll help you to be able to survive? See, that's what you need to be trying to do instead of worrying about who's in the White House. See, get some ideas that you can try to manifest so they'll generate that passive income. And you can't let your surroundings influence you. You know, if I let being in this hotel dictate what I can and cannot do, I wouldn't get out here every day with this message. I wouldn't have created Make Your Next Destination Dubai. I wouldn't have developed this Truth Conductor brand. I wouldn't have developed those things. But I'm just saying, man, you got to keep a proactive mind. And you can't do that being afraid. Just that simple. You can't have a proactive mind scared. Because the two don't, that's like mixing oil with water. Okay? Man, listen, I know this ain't something everybody want to hear. Because when you start talking about taking on your fears, see, that's accountability. All right? You can't blame nobody when you facing your own fears. And most folk don't want to hear that. See, they want to get in some guy. I can end this live right now and come back with another live with Trump's name in it, and look how many people that would jump on. Okay? That will jump on this live. All right? Because that's just the nature of people. They don't want to be accountable. They don't want to be responsible. And they don't really want to get out and try. Most folk want something for nothing. They want the easy way out. They ain't trying to work for it. See, when you become accountable, when you become proactive, ain't nothing easy about that. I don't know what that is outside my door, but it's kind of pissing me off. It really is. Let me hear that noise one more time. I got to go find out what's going on. Okay? Because that's very disturbing. Very disturbing. I just got to hear it one more time. And I'm going to have to find out what's going on. Because that's rude. Okay? Try to mind my business. Try not to get in other folks' business. But, man, come on. You're disturbing me. You know? Don't do that. But anyway, man, I hope you had a great Saturday. All right? It was very restful for me. This is my day of rest, man. And I got plenty of rest today. Get up tomorrow, tackle the world. But today, let me get some rest. So I'll be prepared for what's in front of me. Okay? So thank y'all very much. Thank you for joining me, and see you next time. Okay? All right. Bye.